So what you're going to need is some kind of credit card or something, and also some uh, tools, precision screwdriver to take off four screws. So in the bottom right, I'm going to start here. This is how you get the panel off. There's a small little gap here. You can squeeze the card in. I like to use some of the thicker, stronger ones. It's easier to just wedge it open. You pop that off. You can squeeze it over into the front. And this it doesn't take too much pressure. Just pop it off as you slide it up. Let's see. There we go. There we go. You have to be very gentle. No reason to use a bunch of pressure. Same thing for the other side. Slide in the card. Let's see. A little more difficult. There you go. There you go. Just pop it open. Then place the card on the other side. Use your fingernails or hand, and just look for that point in which it will just pop off. Be gentle. No reason to push it. At the bottom, just pull up a little bit, and it should come off. There we go. And then you can just pop off the top. Same thing. Be gentle. Just look for that spot. If you can't find it, that's okay. Just go to the other side. Try and find it. Just be gentle. You don't want to damage anything. You don't want to damage the cords behind this cover. There we go. It should just nicely pop off. Just take it gentle. All right. Go ahead and place the screen down. And there's a little bit of magnets on here. They will magnetize on the Y50P at least. It will magnetize to your laptop. At the bottom here. Now we want to take off this. We're going to detach the screen. I'm going to grab a screwdriver. This one's good. Down here you have the connection. That will lead to the screen, which will disconnect. So we have 4 connectors. There's one up here, one here, and then 3 and 4. Make sure you don't touch any of the wiring here or scratch anything like the screen, for example. Be very careful. These screws shouldn't take too much pressure. They should come right out. Go ahead and take them off. Place them where you can find them. I like to set them up right behind there. Then we go diagonal. Take this one off. Right next to the screws, there's small notches. You know that the laptop that the screen goes into. So we'll take those off in a second. That's 3. Whoa. Be careful with your screws. You don't want to lose them. They're kind of small. And this is 4. Try not to touch your screen or scrape it. It's always a big deal, especially in this screen. There we go. That, I believe that is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I put the 3rd one over here. That's not very good. All right. Very gently, you can just take this off. Try to only touch the sides. Here, it's getting a little stuck. Small little notches. Very gentle. Don't want to ruin anything. So this is the IPS panel. This is an LP156 WF4 SPX-B1. So that's the exact panel. I believe this is a really fairly new panel. Let's see. Make sure when you're ordering these panels that you specify, you email, you put in the order note section or item specifics that you want the exact screen model. Otherwise, they can send you. A lot of these companies, they just sending replacement parts, for people who want replacement screens. So make sure you tell them you want the exact screen, so they can send you that. So here is where you have that connector. It has a small bit of little tape covering on it. It's very light on there, very lightly. I'm going to use a flathead and just lift it up a little bit. That's all. No big deal. Don't be too harsh. You can see the connector. A really good idea is to once you take the connector off, go ahead and take a picture with your camera. If you have another one, make a mental note. This is how it should look with the connector in there fully. Also, you can check online if you're not 100% sure, because I don't want anyone to put their new monitor back in but not connected properly. So pull up the tape. Uh, there's little tear rivets back here on the back bottom edge of this black plastic near the connector circuit board. That's the plastic that's covering the circuit board down there. Make sure you don't tear that. And you just need to wiggle it back a little bit and it'll pop out. No problem. I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to get the change panels. We want IPS. We do want IPS. So be careful of those magnets down there. A little bit tricky. You can put in this is an EDP connection, 30 pin. You can put either a matte or glossy screen. It depends on what your preference is. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I prefer, if it's at home, I kind of prefer the glossy. Make sure it slides in fully. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm having a little bit of difficulty. You gotta really pay close attention to this very small connector, as you can see, or as you cannot see, which should prove to you how small it is. So yeah, just make sure it's put in there. There now I can tell that it's in there 100%. And press the tape down. You don't want to mess with this connector too much. You mess it up and say bye-bye to your screen. Be very careful. I don't guarantee. I don't take responsibility for any damage you do to your computer. All right, you can turn it on and check it. Make sure the screen is connected properly. All right. So my problem was just the EDP connection. I only had it in halfway. That's why it's a really good idea to take a picture or check online. Go ahead and test it out. All right, looks like I did get it in properly. It does take a little bit of force. A little surprising. All right, that looks great. Booting up, the colors look great. It's really great at getting rid of those reflections. Go ahead and start grabbing your screws and putting them back in. Making sure also that the screen is clean. Make sure that the each of these is lined up properly. The screen goes back exactly where it should. Just gonna lightly put these in here. Make sure you grab the screws and try and put them back in the same sockets. Alright. Make sure any of the wires, especially at the bottom here, they get pressed out of place. Go ahead and press them back into place. Put in these last couple of screws. Don't over tighten anything. They're very small, very delicate. Also wipe down your screen. Any dust on it, this is a good time to grab a cloth and wipe it down, especially for the edges where you have any fingerprints or anything like that. cloth is right here. Checking the reflections. Looks really good. All the places right there is in between. Small little smudge is really hard to get off. You don't want to have to open this again and again and again. So I thought that was a scratch. No, we're good. Alright, go ahead and start the bottom. Put that in. Snap it down. Start snapping the sides. Doesn't take too much force. There we go. Double check, make sure you got everything. There we go. Alright, and that's it.